If
But
people don't know by now that she dies in the first half an hour, then I'd be really surprised.
Nerd Reactor, roll out.
so, How to Train Your Dragon, you got Hiccup struggling with trying to just, just show like he's capable. And I was wondering for you if there's ever been a moment where you have felt the way Hiccup has felt, and how do you go about it with overcoming that?
Oh my God, all the time. I think, getting out of bed in the morning, I think can sometimes be a bit of a struggle. Definitely, I think in correspondence with this job and this industry, I think that there can kind of always be a feeling of, you look at your peers and are looking at what they're doing and it can kind of always be, I mean, like it's so cliche, but like comparison really can be the thief of joy. And I do feel like there's definitely been moments in my life where I feel that kind of like you just what you're doing just isn't good enough and that struggle. But I think the way of overcoming it is just to talk to people. I think that about most things in life, but I think to speak to people about how you're feeling and speak to the people that love you and whether you want to speak for the sake of getting some advice or you want to speak just to speak. I think that to be honest with yourself and open is a really commendable thing. And so that's definitely something that for me can be difficult, but is something that I feel is really, really important in overcoming moments of struggle like that.
And you've been in big projects. How to Train Your Dragon, big, big, right? But then also The Last of Us. That one, your character, uh, spoiler alert, bites the dust.
If
But
people don't know by now that she dies in the first half an hour, then I'd be really surprised.
and then in this one, How to Train Your Dragon, is different because Astrid gets to continue the adventure. Especially you're gonna have a sequel. So what is that feeling like from just being in this franchise and just getting to continue on?
It's really amazing. I mean, I think the thing that with Last of Us, I remember the thing that like honestly really sucked about it is like Pedro is like one of my best friends, and I remember us both after we filmed the death scene, it was like, oh my God, we're not going to work with each other anymore. And like all that crew is so wonderful and they're so talented. And we were in Calgary, and I remember being like, I'm never going to come here again. And it was all kind of actually really depressing. As much as it was beautiful and a really wonderful job, I remember finishing it and being so, a testament to how lovely of a time I had. I was really upset to finish, knowing that, that would actually be, there's not going to be a zombie Sarah coming around anytime soon, I don't think. Um, but but doing this one, we would all kind of, I was very, while we were filming, I was very hush about whether we would do a second one or not, because the idea of speaking about it so much and then us not getting to make the second movie would have been soul crushing because of how much I love everyone that worked on this job. But so the fact that we get to do it all again and I get to work with these people who I just adore is a privilege.
All right, that's all the time I have. But Nico, I just want to say thank you for taking the time for doing the interview.
Thank you very much. It was nice to speak to you.
Same here. Take care.